And we are live on another edition of the K&K Sports Show. Kurt Valenti here with the group of the cast tonight. The cast includes, I'm going to start off with this. I don't know what you guys are going to be doing Christmas Day, but my Christmas Day is getting already filled. 4:30 Eastern, Broncos, Rams. I love it. The rumor is there's going to be a lot more of primetime games for my Broncos, so I am absolutely pumped up about that. Now, Kenny, we just need the Knicks to be on at 12, Broncos at 4:30. Perfect Christmas Day. Mr. Siciliano, how are you?
Good. I hope everybody appreciated that I straightened out all those technical difficulties this evening, and let's have a good show.
All right. Eddie Murphy, right out of the gate, 22-8, best record in baseball, along with the best pitching staff in baseball. Are the Yankees? It's early, I know, but haven't seen this team do this in a couple of years. Mr. Rosen, how are you?
Good evening. Thank you guys very much for putting it up with me. But I do want to clarify something. I just want to tell you that Fox contacted me first, and I told them my demand was $400 million for 10 years, nothing less. But they went to Plan B and they hired Brady instead. So I just wanted to clarify that.
You were close.
I was close.
And Mr. Kirkpatrick, how are you?
I'm doing good. My intro is going to be a little different tonight, fellas. I want to personally send a shout out to my friend Katie Humphreys. Know how hard she's been working. She graduated nursing school, fellas, and she will be a registered nurse very soon. And wish her the best of luck going forward. I know how hard she worked the last couple of years to get where she's been. And can honestly say in 11 years I've been down here, I've never been more proud of proudest moment living here in Maryland. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's an accomplishment.
Just hope I never need you as a nurse, but personally.
Yeah, that's exactly.
but if I did, I have no doubt she'll do a great job.
No, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's fantastic. And you know what? We've said it for 2 years now. I mean, they're the most respected people that are out there. You know, I mean, they were on the firing line. They did what they had to do when nobody else, they were in the fire of it. And so you got to respect anyone who does it. So Katie, congratulations. Katie actually just messaged and said, "Oh, thanks, Kenny." So
You're welcome.
No, awesome. I also want to give a shout out, guys. Jenny Hoops. Birthday is this Sunday coming up, July.
Nice.
May
Happy early birthday, Jen.
So that's an early birthday. And we got another birthday this month, too. Unfortunately, Kenny, it's Mr. Briggs' birthday.
Yeah,
so,
Mr. Briggs' birthday. I got a fun little Bronco Mania for you guys later for Kurt. And then we'll go on from there. But I got a nice little Bronco Mania for Briggs tonight.
Well, Katie just said, I also hope you're never my patient, especially since I'll be working in psych. I don't know. That's with Kenny. You never know, man.
He might fit right in there, Katie.
You never know. You never know. She's saying thanks, fellas. No, congratulations, Katie. That's awesome. Awesome. Mr. Siciliano, how are you tonight? I know we gave a little hello, but what else? Anything else tonight?
No, everything's good. Weather's getting a little better, and God is good, brother.
Hey, first bullet tonight is by Eddie Murphy, guys. He was replying to Katie about Eddie Murphy coming with a bullet saying, like, you're not going to have Kenny in psych, you'll have Sis, LOL. So he's coming right after you, Sis.
That's good, brother.
Kurt, I know we told Joey Clam 7:45, so I'm going to bring the man in. He's in the waiting room.
Yeah,
I know we had some technical difficulties, so I'm going to bring him in for our quick hitters, and he'll hang out with us for a little bit. But there's the legend himself.
Landman.
Kenny, Sis, I need to know if this rumor is true. Dylan's saying she's already helped fix up Sis's finger. Is that true or false?
Yeah, I unfortunately, my second or third day down here, I tripped and I jammed my shoulder and I jammed my pinky. Now my pinky's been busted since then. It's healing, but it's a long process. Yep.
All right.
That was a scary day for me. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, my
Ran out of
God.
the house when I came back with my finger left.
Sis, you're as big a klutz as I am.
Yeah.
The funniest part about the story, and it's not funny that it's this fell, but he saved the Dunkin' Donuts sandwiches. He didn't
There you
save
go.
the coffee.
That's the main thing.
That's the important part of that.
Wait a minute. I see a guy. My screen's small, but I see a guy with like a Kentucky Derby hat on. Is that the Kentucky Derby guy hat on, Mr. Joey Clams?
That's Saratoga Springs hat, my friend.
Oh, Saratoga Springs.
That's America right up there.
How come,
Anybody, Richie?
you know what? How come you didn't give us the 21 horse, Clams? How come you didn't give us the 21 horse last week?
Right.
New Year's Day. Nobody. I mean, nobody was talking about that.
No, nobody.
Yeah.
He had anybody who played that, who plays the number. Like if I would, I wasn't even handicapping the race really. And you know what? My mother's birthday is 21, but who knows? Not everybody can say that now.
My anniversary is 21.
Oh my God, you guys with the 21s, and you guys don't play it.
That would have been some good pizza money. Joey.
Yeah. Who knew about it?
So let's do this. By the way, let's give a shout out to 4NJ Bets. Second time, right, sis? How on Kentucky Derby Day are your servers going down? Disgraceful. Joke.
Yep.
Right? And then they sent out an email today. I don't know if you got it. And it's like, oh, we'll give you guys like, if you spend $10 on this weekend, they'll give you $10. What a joke. Twice now. Total epic failure. Eddie Murphy's saying 80-1. What kind of jackpot is that? Let's do some.
They walk to the door, just when they open it up, they don't even have a gun. Just hand them the money.
That's it. Let's do this. Let's do quick hitters. We got Joey here. Kenny, can I do some quick hitters?
Call me the bad guy. About it.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do quick hitters. And then
All right,
we'll
here's
talk
what I'm
some
going to
NBA.
do. I got 9 of them, so I want to do it quick. So let's do quick answers. I'm going to go Kenny, Sis, Paul, and Clams. Okay? Kenny, Sis, Paul, and Clams. First one. Should Jokic have won the MVP? Kenny, yes or no?
I'm going to say no. You want me to tell you who?
You could.
John Morant.
Sis,
No, he shouldn't have won it.
Paul.
Absolutely. I saw something. He's the only player in NBA history. 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. In the NBA history. Come on, guys.
And without his second and third best player, Porter Jr. Murray.
Yeah.
Clams, MVP, Jokic.
I got no problem. He's an all-around basketball player. He's he's what it's all about. And I want to just give out a quick bet before it starts. Take the Bucks plus 5.5 or 6, and take the Angels tonight.
Yeah.
And,
Okay. All right.
before games that start.
Eddie Murphy saying Embiid was robbed, in my opinion, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. Kenny, are Sis's new babies, the Memphis Grizzlies, done tonight?
Fortunately, I think they are.
Mr. Virilli's checking in, boys. What's up, Virilli?
So, really, what's going on?
Mr. Sis, are your Grizzlies done tonight?
Nope. Don't sleep on them.
Okay.
There goes your home court. There goes your home court theory.
Well, we'll get into that in a second. Mr. Rosen, are they done?
Yes. Golden State's going to close them out tonight.
Clams, they going fishing tomorrow, Memphis?
You know what? I don't think Golden State's been playing up to their. They've been, getting lucky. I don't trust Golden State tonight. Give me the Grizzlies.
Okay. Kenny, are you watching any of the NHL playoffs?
Not really yet, but I will watch maybe some of the Capitals game tonight.
Okay. Sis, you watching any hockey playoffs?
Yes. My son got me into this now.
Yeah, hey, me too, baby. The Avalanche, I got them in the future. Whoop, 4 down, couple more to go.
They're unbelievable, that team. Yep.
Mr. Rosen.
I caught a little bit of the Lightning game. So, yeah.
And obviously, Mr. Clams, I think your answer is going to be yes.
Yeah, let me just give a quick recap about the Rangers. You could blame the goalie. He's part of it. The defense has been soft. They haven't been forechecking. They haven't put anybody in front of net. You got a third string goal. You don't have nobody in front of net. And let me tell you something. Sidney Crosby is putting a teaching and a school job on him. He is out. You know what? The Rangers' age is showing, and they looked a little gutless and heartless the other night.
All right. Eddie Murphy saying Rangers are an embarrassment to the tri-state sports. Yeah, I'm putting them right with his Brooklyn Nets. Nets, Rangers, 1 and 2. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kenny, real quick, right now, pick your NBA champion, Kenny.
My NBA champion. I hate to say it, Celtics.
Sis?
I'm going to say the Boston Celtics.
Paul?
Golden State Warriors.
I'm with you, Paul. I'm going Golden State. Mr. Clams?
Oh, I picked it middle of the season. I picked the 76ers, so I'm going to stick with it.
Okay.
Because they got odds right now on them. Even to win the Eastern Conference, you get some nice juice with that.
All right. Kenny, is Tom Brady worth $375 million to be in a booth?
No.
Sis?
Right now, he stands. I checked it today. He's worth $250 million. To give him another $375 million, in my opinion, is an outright disgrace. Disgrace.
Paul?
We had this discussion a month ago or so about announcers getting these crazy contracts. No analyst is worth that kind of money. Come on, guys. Has anyone said, oh, because Tony Romo or Troy Aikman is doing a game, I'm going to watch the Cowboys play the Giants, or Denver plays, No, absolutely not.
I'd watch.
How much would Keith Jackson get if he was still alive? Are you kidding? That guy was the
Howard
best
Cosell.
He'd be saying, whoa, Nelly.
Oh, yeah. Big SEC guy.
Clams, what about you? Is he worth this money?
Absolutely not. Everybody used to wait to get on Monday Night Football to see what Howard Cosell was going to say. Nobody's going to move the needle like Howard Cosell. Nobody's listening to Troy Aikman or anybody like that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you might have good input, but you're not worth that kind of money. There was nobody like Howard Cosell. Monday night used to be the big bowling night. Sissel backed that up. Back in the day, in the 60s, Monday night, 50, 60, Monday night was the big bowling night, bowling leagues. When Howard Cosell got the Monday Night Football, that all changed. That's what took out the bowling leagues.
Just for he's old school. He knows. Yep.
I'll tell you this, and Eddie just hit it on the head. First off, he's saying Warriors are Suns, but he's saying we're going to watch the game anyway. No need to pay that much. And it's true. Exactly. I don't care who's announcing. I'm watching the Bronco game. I don't care less who's announcing.
Yeah.
Monday night game. Did you know that, right, Kurt? Did you hear that yet?
They're saying that's not true now. So
the first Monday night or the second Monday night in Vegas?
They're saying that's true.
On the phone.
Well, let's do this, because I'm going to start with Kenny. Who do you want your team to open up with this year?
Dallas Cowboys.
Sis.
Yeah, Kenny nailed it. I agree. Let's put the gloves on and let's get going. The Cowboys.
Paul?
No, I do not want to play those cowgirls. I want to win the first game. Let's get this new regime off to a good start. Let's play a team at home that is not good. I don't care. I want to win the first game. I don't want to get a loss with the Cowboys, and always it seems like that's what happens. So,
shame on
Joey. What about you with the Jets? Who do you want to open up with?
Give me a division game. Give me Miami, Buffalo, or Patriots. Let's make a statement off that. I'm not ready to. Nazis on our schedule, just like John. Anytime, anywhere, anybody, anytime.
All right, I did hear this.
Like I said, I'm disappointed in you. You play anybody, anytime, anywhere. Let's go.
You know what, Kurt? I'll take a 1A in Philadelphia. Either Dallas or Philly. I'll take either one.
Okay. Eddie Murphy saying Paul sounding like a Knick fan scared to compete. LOL.
He's unbelievable. He's
So
really
Paul wants to
unbelievable.
open up with the Lions.
Yeah, hey,
What-
you know
what-
what?
wait,
I heard
Kurt.
this. Go ahead.
Herb, did some team that's other than the New York team in New York City lose 4 straight games?
Oh, disgraceful.
Was that a rumor?
Disgraceful.
Was that a rumor, or was that?
Biggest flop in New York sports in the past probably 40 years. Easy.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Easy.
I
He
Let's
won't say
move on.
anything. He won't say anything about that.
Wait, what was that? What was that Beastie Boys song? No sleep
Yeah.
till
Right.
Brooklyn.
Get out of here with that team. They'll be broken up by the summer. All right. Here's my last one. I'm going to skip a couple because we're running late. My last one, and this you have to answer this truthfully. Sis, I'm starting with you first. Actually, I'm going to start with Paul Rosen. How long would Kenny last in an I Quit match with Eddie Siciliano?
This is a wrestling match.
An I Quit match, any kind of match. They could wrestle out. They could be in the backyard. I Quit match.
I would give him about a minute.
Minute.
I would give him a minute.
Joey Clams, what do you think? Seriously. What's the over? You know what, Joey Clams? Give me the over-under first.
And what, minutes or rounds?
Minutes.
Minutes, I'm going to go 110 and a half minutes, and I'm going to go under.
110 minutes. What are you, smoking something? Sis, let's get the real answer. How long before he says I quit, sis?
It would take, I would say, as long as it would take the cab to get here to pick him up.
And Kenny, how long, Kenny?
All nailed it on the button. 1 minute, because I would run around for 1 minute and then I would start gasping for air, and that's when 1 minute.
Eddie's saying 0.5 seconds. You're being too nice to Kenny Clams. All right, Kenny, the show is yours. My quick hitters are done.
All right, let's. We got Joey Clams on. So for NBA playoffs, Kurt, why don't we get his picks and see who he says is going to win the, put some money on to win win their matchup. So, Joe, you gave us the Bucks game already. The later game tonight is going to feature Golden State and Memphis. We know Ja Morant is out. Joe, what do you got in that game for us?
I'm gonna take Memphis in that game because Golden State, you know what, they haven't been the villain and really taking everybody to the back of the shed and beating them up and letting teams hang around. I'll go with the Grizzlies in that game.
You're gonna take the points. Would you do any money line on the Grizzlies?
Yeah, on the NBA game because the team's been winning outright. When they win, they've been outright. They're not covering. The dogs ain't covering with the spread. Favorites are covering with the spread. So if you get the other team take on the money line, even with the Bucks, you can get yourself plus with the Bucks.
Joe, I'm not going to call you the mush because there's only one mush I know. But when you came on and you said the Bucks were up 2. The Boston's up 13 now. So you're mushing the Celtics tonight, Joey Clams.
What time is it? Card, the game's over?
3 minutes left in the half.
What?
It's early. I know. I'm just
All right, so let's get Joey's pick on tomorrow's games. We got the Heat and Sixers. What do you got in that one, Joe?
I'm going to go with the Sixers.
You like this?
I picked them to get to the championship, so I'm going to still stick with them.
Okay, and that game is in Philly.
I trust man.
And then the final game features Phoenix traveling back to Dallas. Does Phoenix close them out?
Yeah, Phoenix closes. You know what? The referee's going to put the whistles in their pockets. Let the guys play. Phoenix is the better team. They're more well-rounded. Phoenix wins tomorrow.
Okay, and then real quick, Joe, and then because we fell behind with technical difficulties, let's get your picks on some hockey real quick in like 2 minutes or less. Give us your best hockey bets for tonight and tomorrow.
Tonight's game, big play on the under 5.5 in the Calgary Stars game. Calgary game right there. Go under 5.5. And that's it right now.
Anything tomorrow, like lightning or?
Yeah, tomorrow we like the Leafs. Take the Leafs.
Maple Leafs tomorrow.
Yeah, Leafs on the money line. They're gonna close them out.
Eddie Murphy is saying, Fat Boy Harden's gonna quit tomorrow. Sixers aren't winning.
Fellas, anything else for Clams? Clams is going to stick around with us for a little bit, but anything else with basketball and hockey?
Good job, Joey.
Clams, I got one for you, Clams. Right now, just real quick, if you were to pick a future NBA champ, and then you're going to pick NHL champ, are you going to go with the Hot Avalanche, or are you going to take somebody else?
You know what? I'll put a long shot in there. I'll take the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Avalanche to match up in the exact event.
Okay.
That way, yeah.
And NBA, I know you have the Sixers, but would that be your one play, or you would go somebody else right now?
I go Milwaukee Bucks.
I'll tell you a sneaky team in the.
I'll put it out there before I forget. It's very important. The last games, the third period, going over in the hockey games on a 19-1 run. So look at the third, because the goalies with 5 minutes left in the game.
They pull, yep.
They're scoring 2 goals. So on the third period on the over, it's on a 19-1 run to the over. So watch that tonight and every single game. And you know what? And start some money. Because you know what? Teams backs against the wall. They're down by 2 with 6 minutes to go. They got no choice. They're going to pull the goals. You're going to get a couple empty nets. Get 2-3 goals. So go over in the third period. It's on a 19-1 run.
Okay.
Anything else for Clams before we get into Sis's mind?
Nope.
All right, Sis, the floor is yours. What is on your mind this evening?
All right, we're going to go. This is trivia tonight. We're going to go in order. Joey, Clams, Kurt, Kenny, and Paul will keep score. Joey Clams, the last player to lose a no-hitter in extra innings. Pedro Martinez, Rich Hill, Clifford Lee, Francesco Cordero. Which one?
You know what? For some reason, I'm thinking it's Cliff Lee.
Kurt,
I would have
you want to take a shot at that?
I'm going to go Rich Hill.
Kurt's got a point. Kenny will take the next question. Okay. Kenny, what country was tea invented in? Tea. Drinking tea.
How does Kenny not notice you're Turkey Hill? Go Turkey.
Exactly.
India.
No. Paul?
Repeat the question.
In what country was tea, drinking tea, hot tea, invented?
China.
Very good. Paul's got a point.
Yeah, all the tea in China.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Joey.
Back to Joey Clams. What animal is on a Porsche as the sign on the front of the Porsche?
Jaguar.
No, it's an animal that sits on the hood of a Porsche. Just take a guess.
A horse.
Very good. You got it. Joey Clams gets a point. Kurt, if you don't get this and Paul doesn't, I'll be real disappointed. 2009, Citi Field opened up. Who hit the most homers? Conforto, Alonso, Duda, or Murphy that year? Conforto, Alonso, Duda, or Murphy? 2009.
Well, it's not. I don't even think Alonso is in the league, so I'm going to say Duda.
Wrong. Mr. Paul.
It was, wait, Murphy, Duda, Alonso, and who was the fourth?
It's Conforto,
Oh, Conforto.
Alonso, Duda, and Murphy. Obviously, you can eliminate Alonso out of the gate because he wasn't there in 2000.
Right. Murphy.
So,
Murphy. Daniel Murphy.
there's 2 points for Paul. Back to Kenny. Okay. Got to give Kenny an easy one. We got to get him on a board. Kenny, how many sets of wings do bees have?
Four.
Back to Joey Clams.
They got 3 sets. They got 3 on each side, so it's 6 wings. They got 3.
Good try. Kurt.
8.
I know Coluccio's been.
Paul Rosen.
I'm gonna say 3.
How many?
3.
No, none of you people got it. They have 2 sets of wings.
Oh.
Okay, so we're back to Joey Clams. An average human tongue has how many taste buds?
21.
21. Kurt?
110.
Kenny?
7.
An average human tongue, taste buds. Think about what you're saying, all of you. Okay, last one is Paul.
42.
10,000 is the answer.
Wow.
Next one, back to Joey Clams. Babies are born without these. What are they?
Teeth.
Huh?
Teeth.
Good answer, though, but it's not it. Kurt. They develop later on in life. Yep.
A belly button?
Nah, I bet you my sister knows. She's watching the show. Go to Kenny.
Russell Wilson jerseys.
Good answer, though. Paul Rosen.
Fingernails and toenails.
Nope. The answer is kneecaps.
Really? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Eddie liked that comment, Kenny. He's laughing on you.
Wasn't wrong. It wasn't
No.
the answer Sis was looking for.
We're back to Mr. Clams. European nation, Joey, that invented hot dogs.
Norway.
Kurt.
It's a European?
A European nation that invented hot dogs.
Is Germany even European?
Oh, he nailed it.
Oh, I got it?
That would have been my answer too. Good
And
job,
it's Frankfurt,
Kurt.
Germany is where it was.
There you go,
He
Kenny.
nailed it.
Frankfurter.
Yeah.
Pulled that one out of you know what.
I did.
Norway, they right next to Germany. He was the guy who invented it. Fucking, that was Squarehead. They called them Squarehead hot dogs. That was the name of his company. They had hot dogs in Norway.
Okay, that's Kurt. We're back to Kenny. Kenny, the only player to win the MVP and the Cy Young and most valuable player. Don Newcomb, Verlander, Clemens, or Seaver.
Don Newcomb.
Kenny got a point. Very good, Kenny. Very good. We're up to Mr. Paul. MVP, pitcher. Never appeared on the ballot, but he won it in 1984. Vida Blue, Dennis Eckerly, Roger Clemens, or Willie Hernandez.
Willie Hernandez.
Paul's in the lead. Kurt has 2. Joey and Kenny have 1.
Baseball guy, right?
We're going to
All's
go
good.
a couple more questions. In Italy, it is illegal to eat with a fork this food item: pizza, chicken, turkey, or eggs. Joey Clams.
Well, I don't know what they do over there. I would never eat pizza with a fork.
Ryan's Kurt's brother Ryan uses a fork and a knife.
I do too, sis. Now I do too.
I do too.
I do too. I do.
Joe, I'm gonna remove.
You're right.
I'm gonna remove Kurt and Paul right now. That's a sin in my. Well, Paul's not Italian. He's got he's okay, but Kurt's Italian. That's a sin, Kurt.
Kurt,
I think their pink Pumas look cute.
I love it.
what is it, Kurt? Illegal to eat with a fork: pizza, chicken, turkey, or eggs.
I'm gonna go turkey.
It's on
Turkey.
Pizza.
Sis, turkey.
Kenny, there's only 2 choices left.
You said turkey?
You said turkey?
Yeah.
He said turkey.
He said turkey. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. Kenny.
50-50. Eggs?
Paul.
Paul wins by default.
Yeah, Paul gets the point. There's nothing.
Paul, I hope you're paying attention, Paul, because this is.
I'm in the lead. I'm in the lead. That's all I know.
2 more questions. Okay, we're back to Joey Clams. What is broken but has never held a promise? What is broken but has never held a promise?
What is broken?
What
The
is
word.
broken?
Your word.
The what?
Your word.
Very good. Very good. Joey gets a point.
Joey Clams, man.
Nice one.
Damn.
That was good.
Last one for the evening.
I don't know what
We're going to Kenny. What comes down but never goes up? If you think about this is pretty easy.
Yeah. I'm trying. Pass.
Paul.
What goes down but never comes up?
What comes down but never goes up? We're all going to be, oh, I can't believe I didn't get this.
Yeah. Time. I don't know.
I'll give you one more shot each. Go back to Joey Clams. What comes down but never goes up?
Well, rain.
You got it, Joe. Very good.
Oh,
Joey Clams.
All right, we're going to do one more because we got a tight race here. Kurt, what car is often called the muscle car? The muscle car.
Camaro?
You were close. You were close. Kenny.
Corvette.
Paul.
Mustang.
No. It was Pontiac GTO.
Oh,
Paul,
I was about to
Paul
say
had-
that. Damn it.
Paul had 4. Clams closed the gate with 3. Kurt had 2, and Kenny had 1. Nice job, fellas.
There you go.
Good job. Good job, Alex.
I gotta
Trebek.
tell you this, Clams impressed the hell out of me tonight because he got some of
Yeah.
these answers out of the blue.
He what do you call it? He closed like Toronto did the other night. They were down 2-1.
He did. He
came back
closed
and won
tonight,
4-2.
Clams. Kenny, you're muted.
Oh, Clams, you hanging around? You don't have anywhere to go, right? All right, we got Paul coming on. He's going to have a little Mets segment for us. The judge, this is Rosen's Roundtable, formerly known as Rosen's Roundtable. It's time for Judge Rosen's Court.
Thanks, Kenny.
I got to get the court music in there.
Right. We need Judge Judy or something like that, whatever her music is. Anyway, so I just wanted to do sort of an overview, and I have questions, but just an overview about how the Mets have started already this year. I mean, unlike the Yankees, where they've been unbelievable as well, the Mets this season, I think there's just something different about them. I think Buck has brought and has instilled this confidence that they haven't had in the last few years. They're just doing things differently. They're hitting better in situations that they have not done. They're making contact with the ball. Obviously, the starting pitching has been unbelievable. I mean, clearly the Yankees have had amazing starting pitching as well. But I think overall, the Mets starters have, I think, pitched the most innings in the, if not the National League, in the majors so far, which probably has covered a little bit the bullpen, though the bullpen has gotten stronger of late. The hitting has been timely. They're using all parts of the ballpark, which they have not done in the last couple of years or so. And I think overall they have, at least in the first 5 weeks of the season, something that hopefully can be sustained. Now, as a Mets fan for many, many years, I'm not going to sit here, especially after last year being in first place for half a year, and say it's a slam dunk that they're going to finish in first. I have too much respect for the Braves and the rest of the National League East. But based on what I've seen so far, it just feels different. The no-hitter that they had a couple of weeks ago, the comeback against the Cardinals, and then last week against the Phillies, down basically to 2 outs in the ninth inning, and to come back against the Phillies and score 7 runs in the ninth inning and pull out an 8-7 win was unbelievable. And just a fun fact about that game, in the last 25 seasons, the Mets going into the ninth inning there have been 330 games that the Mets have been losing by 6 runs or more. And that was the first time in 25 seasons in 330 games that they came back and won a game like that. So all that being said, it's a long season. It's only 1/5 of the season so far. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But as a Mets fan, and I think most Mets fans are looking at the season so far in a very positive fashion. So with all that being said, I have a few questions, and I have a fun question at the end of it.
Paul, real quick, I just want to get 2 comments in from our good friend Keith Brugman saying this group looks like night court, and our good friend Mark Calderio saying, good evening, guys. Let's go Mets. So I wanted to make sure.
Keith, if you're still listening, I want to get in touch with you during the week. It's been a while. I want to see if you want to come on our show next week or during our Bronco Mania segment. I know you're out there in Montana and a big Bronco fan. We'd love to have you on our show. I'll reach out to you during the week, Keith, to see when you're available if you'd be interested.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I have a few questions. Let's go Kurt, Kenny, Sis, and Joey Clams. Okay. Will the Mets still be in first place by the time Jacob DeGrom comes back to pitch?
Yes.
Kurt?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yeah, 100%. Well, nothing's 100%, but very close to 100%.
Okay. Sis?
Yes.
Joey?
Yeah, absolutely. Buck Showalter is doing a great job. The first day he jumped into the field and charged the mound. The players got the respect right there. He set the tone. They got a culture going over there in Flushing.
Real quick, Eddie Murphy saying shows any little franchise can break some type of streak. LOL, just kidding. It's good for the sport to have both New York teams to be playing well. Only if that was the case in the NBA.
We'll get into that with Mr. Murphy's. Into Mr. Murphy's Yankees in a little bit.
And Keith said, great, sounds great, guys.
Looking forward to it, Keith. We'll definitely be in touch with you.
Okay. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry about that.
Kurt. Who do the Mets have to worry about most in the National League East? The Braves, Phillies, Marlins, or the Nationals?
I'll still say the Braves. You know, championship pedigree. They got the pitching, but the Braves.
Okay. Kenny?
Braves as well, but a sleeper team is this Marlins team. They got some pitching over there, and get into a little pitching duel. Marlins can put their pitchers up, those young guns. So, but the Braves would be my top choice.
Sis?
I'm going to go with the Phillies. I always like Joe Girardi, and I think he's a good coach.
Okay. Joey?
I'm going to go with the Marlins. I'm not going to say the Marlins are going to pass by the Mets, but the Marlins might give the Mets some trouble. That looks like the only team with that starting pitching that could give the Mets some trouble.
Yeah. And P.S., they always seem to do so, regardless of how good or bad they are in the season. So
I think they could push the Mets back or hold them back a little bit, but I still think the Mets could win the division and get in the playoffs and do some damage.
Okay. Kurt, is Buck Showalter the smartest manager in baseball?
Yes, I think he's the best too, hands down.
Kenny?
He's one of the top. I got to see it all year. He's been out for a while, but he's up there. He's close.
Sis?
Yes, he is, hands down.
And Joey?
No, he's not the best manager in baseball. He never won a championship. He, listen, he'll get you there. Maybe this time he'll learn better, but, Tony La Russa is better than him. The guy from Boston Cora is better than him. So that's what.
Good job. If for some reason Jacob deGrom cannot come back this season, can the Mets make the playoffs, Kurt?
Yes, because again, Cohen will go out and get the best pitching, whoever the best pitcher available. Because you saw what he did with Cano. He's going to outspend everyone to get what he needs. So if they can't get deGrom, and he has to get a pitcher, he'll pay for that pitcher, and he'll do whatever he's got to do to get him.
Okay. Kenny?
Nailed it. He'll go out and get somebody. There'll be teams that are looking to sell, and the Mets will do what they need to do to get there.
Okay. Sis?
Yep, Kurt nailed it. Clean sweep.
Okay. Joey?
Yeah, listen, the way they're going now, they're ahead of everybody else. If they play the way they're playing, and they're going to go get somebody, they're just going to get better. By maybe time this division might be open.
Okay. Which Mets player, could they ill afford to lose for a significant amount of time?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Does deGrom count or deGrom doesn't count?
I would say at this point we know he's out, so I would not say deGrom.
I gotta go Scherzer. You gotta have that top of the line guy. Eddie Murphy's saying Alonso, he's the only power bat they have. But I'm going to go Scherzer.
Kenny?
Scherzer would be the top choice. If I had to pick somebody else, I'd say Lindor is valuable.
Yeah.
That's a shortstop position.
I would say Lindor also, only because I don't think they really would have a replacement for him at shortstop. Sis?
I'd have to say Ed Kranepool.
Who went to the same high school I did, but that's beside the point. Joey?
Now I got to go with Scherzer. It all starts with the pitcher, like Kurt says. You know what? You need that shutdown guy every 5 days. You need that shutdown.
Yep.
Let's allow Pete Alonso to compete in the home run derby and defend his title.
Are you asking me, would I be okay with it?
Well, yeah. I mean, should he?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Kenny?
No, I'm not a fan of that home run derby. It messes your swing up. I'm going to say no, especially if you're in first place and going for a World Series this year.
Sis?
I mean, yeah, it's a personal decision. If the guy wants to do it, go ahead and do it. But I kind of agree with Kenny. I mean, I think it kind of throws you off a little bit after you're used to seeing heat all year. Now all of a sudden, they're throwing softballs at you. So.
Yeah. Joey?
You know what? I can listen to both sides of that, like what Kenny said and what everybody else said. But you know what? The owners and the management made it a business. So if it's going to hurt you swing, maybe you stay out. But if fans, you go. You understand? It's like a split thing. It's like, they made us be business. They made the players business because they were all about business, the owners.
Yep.
Same thing like with Judge's contract. You know what? Both of them, it was a fair contract. That guy's been with you for 10 years, 30. Give him more respect than that. He's going to get more.
Okay.
Out a little bit.
All right. This is mostly for the Yankee fan, but everyone will answer. Would you be happy or dread the thought of having a Subway World Series with the Mets? Kurt?
I don't think they would dread it. I think it would pump up everybody. And I'm going to say no. I think the Yankees would look forward to it, as would the Mets.
Kenny?
100% look forward to it. I predicted it in our predictions show that we were going to have Subway Series 2 this year. I want it.
Yes,
It's
you
what
did.
New York needs, and we would have a blast having it.
I think you get a price when you put that factor in. Go look it up.
I will.
Eddie's saying it doesn't scare me. I think it would be fun. Keith is saying about the home run derby, I'm tired of all-star events becoming non-relevant. Go hit the home runs.
Okay. Sis?
I think it's a very good possibility. It could happen. Yeah, I like it.
I would love to see it. Okay.
Me too. Me too. Thank you. Boogie down.
All right. If the Yankees did not win the World Series, you want to see the Mets, as a Yankees fan, would you want to see the Mets win the World Series or any other major league team?
I will say, I'll answer it this way. Again, I'm not a big baseball. I like watching baseball. I don't have a true team. But if I was a Yankee fan, there's absolutely no way I would root for the Mets. And you can't. Just like, listen, I sat here, no joke. You could ask Jen. I sat here actually watching and rooting for the Celtics like it was a Knick game. I wanted Brooklyn out, Brooklyn choke. My summer's fair, but no way. If I was a Yankee fan, I'm rooting dead hard against the Mets and vice versa.
Oh, you saw the
Kenny?
Celtics?
I disagree with Kurt. My rivalry, and I think Sis and Clams will agree, is the Red Sox. The Mets are in a different division now. Go back 20 years, I would probably say, and yeah, Mets lose, but I don't mind this Mets team. It's not the rivalry like the Red Sox. So, if you're saying Mets or any other team, definitely don't want the Red Sox there. I definitely don't want anybody in the American League East there. So I would take the Mets over quite a few teams.
But it's your
Absolutely.
town, Kenny. It's your town. The Mets would run this city if they won. They'd run the city.
They're fun to watch. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not against the Red. I'm not against the Mets. I'm really not. Like I used to be.
Sis?
Hey, again, I think they're fun to watch, man. It wouldn't bother me at all.
Joey?
No, number one, they're not in my division. I got to worry about the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, the Orioles, and the Tampa Bay Rays, who've been pounding us in for all these years. I can't worry about the Mets. But if you want to show up, you know where we are. 161st Street.
River Avenue, we know.
Eddie's saying rooting for the Celtics, you're a fake Knick fan, LOL. And Eddie's saying, I have no beef with the Mets. They're like our fifth cousin.
In 2009, when the Phillies played the Yankees in the World Series, that, as a Mets fan, that was tough for us because we hate the Phillies, the Yankees and Yankee fans. We couldn't stand. But I will say, I rooted for the Yankees. Being New York, I wanted the Yankees to beat the Phillies in the World Series. I would rather have had them win the World Series than the Phillies.
And Keith is saying, go ahead, Joe.
Remember 86, it was Red Sox, Yankees. We hated both those teams.
Right. That was right. Similar type of situation.
Yeah.
I tell you about the 86 series. I was at game 6.
Eddie Murphy's saying a sly comment that the Rangers made the other day. The big ass little field on 161st Street, LOL. Keith is saying, you just can't have the Mets steal your town. Mets win 2 before the Yankees win 1. Yankee fans would lose their mind.
All right. My last question is a fun question. So the Mets are retiring Keith Hernandez's number later in the year. Are you guys Seinfeld fans at all?
Yes.
Yeah, Joey, you guys, yes, no?
A little bit.
Okay. So Keith appeared on one of the most famous episodes in Seinfeld as himself, and he dates the character Elaine. And at the end of the date, they're sitting in his car awkwardly. Elaine can't believe this macho baseball player doesn't attempt to kiss her goodnight. When he finally does, Elaine exclaims to herself, "Who does this guy think he is?" And then Keith exclaims to himself, "I'm Keith Hernandez." So I'm going to go to each one of you, and in your best swarmy, macho, confident, defiant voice, I'm going to say to you as Elaine, "Who does he think he is?" I want you to tell me, "I'm Keith Hernandez." So Kurt, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. I got to look away from you because I'm going to laugh, but go ahead.
All right. Kurt, who does he think he is?
I'm Keith Hernandez.
Kenny, who does he think he is?
I'm Keith Hernandez.
Sis?
I'm not Keith Hernandez. I'm Eddie Siciliano.
Thank you, sis. Well, I'm going to start calling you Alex Trebek from now on. Joey, who does he think he is?
How you doing? I'm Keith Hernandez.
All right, there you go.
That was great, Joe.
Good finish.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Good job, Paul.
Good. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank
That
you.
was fun.
How you doing?
Kurt, we got about 25 minutes left. I got a little Bronco Mania for you, but Bronco Mania I did a little different this week. This week's Bronco Mania, it's going to segue right into my NFL segment. I guess we'll do that. You want to do that for the rest of the show? Bronco Mania.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got a little Bronco Mania for you. The segment's called Overpaid, Underpaid, Just Right. These are Bronco contracts. I listed a few guys, your top veteran guys on your team. And I want you, just you for Bronco Mania, to tell me if they're overpaid in your opinion, underpaid, and or just right, and just like a quick reason why you think that they are, the contract is. And then when we're done with the Broncos guys, we'll go around, and I got a few NFL guys. We'll do the league. So Kurt, for your Broncos, and if anybody disagrees with Kurt, please chime in. But if you agree with him, we'll let Kurt just go. Russell Wilson, we'll start it off with Russ. $35 million, Kurt. Overpaid, underpaid, or just right?
Oh my! Compared to what some people have,
Well, this is NFL contracts.
Underpaid.
I think I agree. Any reasons why? Because
yeah.
What would you pay him?
Listen, I'm paying him $20 million more than I'm paying Dak. I'm paying him more money than I'm paying Deshaun Watson. I'm going to put him up. It should be him, Rodgers, and Mahomes. I've always said those are the big three. I'm paying him more than anybody else, and a lot more than besides Rodgers and Mahomes. Those are the best three quarterbacks in football.
We got pizza money down there. He must have had some pizza money. He's eating some pizza down there. I got the next one for you, Kurt. Randy Gregory, 14.
I think fairly paid. Again, he's one of the premier pass rushers. I'm not going to go higher because he has a big history of injuries, smoking whatever he wants to smoke, and getting in trouble. So, but when he's there, he's a good player. I mean, again, hey, he's got the talent to be one of the best in the league, but can he stay healthy and can he stay clean? That's the problem.
So you're saying just right?
Just right.
I'm going to say he's a little overpaid. What do you guys think on Gregory? Just wanted to get your thoughts on it.
I think you got to take you don't want to cheat. You got a shot to. You know what? You got to go with the NFL. I don't know when you're going to get back there. That's not my money. What you got to do to win? You got to go get it if you can.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go to.
I think the Broncos.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
No, that's all right. I the Broncos capitalized on Dallas's you want to call it stupidity or misjudgment, and they paid them what the at least the somewhat going rate is. So I think he capitalized right at the right appropriate time for him.
Kenny,
I
Eddie's
agree
saying.
with Kurt.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
No, I agree with Kurt real quick. Gregory's a player, man. The problem is, can he stay healthy, and can he stay off the stuff? That's
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
A couple things. Eddie Murphy saying, you have guys like Dak making $40 million a year. Russ is a steal. Keith is saying Gregory just right, and Keith is saying edge rushers cost money.
Which is true.
It's true. I agree. Here's an interesting one for you and Keith. Keith, I'd definitely like to hear your response on this one. Garrett Bowles, $17 million, Kurt. Protecting Russell Wilson. Is that overpaid for him, underpaid, or just right?
Listen, from where he came from, right? I mean, he was like the joke, holding on 72, yada, yada, all that. But he turned out, especially like, you watch on film, but if you believe in this like pro football focus and all that, like he's like a top 2 or 3, rated left tackle. A little more, I would say just a little, because I don't want to put him like top 3, but I'll put him a little overpaid to just about right. But like, he's right there.
I'm going to give you a wide receiver, Kurt. Cortland Sutton, $15.2 million.
I actually think it's a little less, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think, hey, I like that deal. I mean, listen, the guy's a beast. Again, he's playing. What people don't understand is they'll look and say, "Oh, but what is he?" He's been playing with the worst quarterback room the past 4 years. Now you're getting him Russell Wilson. He's going to blow up. We're going to listen. We might be looking next year, and he might be saying, extension. I want AJ Brown money, and I want that money because those guys are gonna blow up now. I sent Sis a picture today of Jerry Jeudy. These guys are gonna blow up with him, and right now it's a steal. Sutton's underpaid. I agree, but it's just something to look forward to because these guys are gonna want money, and Russell Wilson's gonna get these guys that ball.
Do a couple more with you, Kurt. I'm gonna give you another wide receiver, Tim Patrick, $11.3 million.
Yeah, again, another, I'm getting half of the money where, I'm paying, Tyreek Hill's $25 million, and to get a guy like that, all he does is produce. Again, it's nice. It's a nice problem to have now, but again, Javonte Williams is on a low contract deal, right? Tight ends are on a low contract deal. He's saying Tim's underpaid. I'm going to say he's underpaid too. Again, I just hope, what we all want as Bronco fans, Russell Wilson to bring the best out of Jeudy, Patrick, and Sutton, that these guys don't turn around now and stop worrying about winning and start saying, I want $20 million, I want $20 million. Hopefully they don't, but I agree he's underpaid. Keith saying 0 dropped Tim Patrick.
Kurt, I think these guys don't have the diva wide receiver feeling because they haven't been able to develop because of the type of quarterbacks that you've
It's
had.
a great point. Great point.
So,
Kurt, I got 2 more for you. They're both defensive guys. I'm going to give you Justin Simmons' contract, $15.5 million.
This one, Keith's probably going to be different than me. I like him. Don't get me wrong. He's a great back of the end safety. He can cover, but he doesn't make for that money. And again, I don't know if it was because of Fangio's bend but don't break defense. I want to see it this year. When you're supposed to be one of the top safeties, he's got to make bigger plays in bigger spots. He's had a pick or two there to end the game versus the Raiders, but make a play. I want to see him now, make a play on this winning team, be the difference. So I'll say, I'm not going to say he's overpaid. I'll say fairly paid. Keith's saying underpaid, but I'm going to say fairly. But if you don't start making plays,
just right. So right in the range, you're going to go just right.
Yeah.
Okay. This one definitely want Keith, love to hear Keith's opinion on this one. This is my last one. We're going back to edge rusher, defensive line, Bradley Chubb, $6.8 million.
Listen, you gotta ask me this one on in January, because this is a make or break year for him. You know, first off, he's got to stay healthy. Secondly, he can't have 7 sacks. You were the number 5 pick, right? I know he went over Josh Allen. We passed, but you're the number 5 pick. You should be 12 to 13, 14 sacks every year. Now you got Gregory on the other side of you. Now you got Benito coming in. He better have easily double digits and 12 to 14 sacks. If not, he's not getting his money. We're not even going to sign him.
So right now, 6.8 is more like a fairly paid.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah.
Fair. All right, that was my little Bronco Mania in honor of Briggsy's birthday month. But figured I'd do something a little different. Which Keith, thanks for chiming in with that. That was fun. But now I got some NFL ones for you guys. I got a little time left, Kurt. So what I'll start with Sis. I'm going to ask Sis if he wants a quarterback, wide receiver, or a defensive guy, and I'll see what I'll pick a guy for him. You want a quarterback contract, Sis, a wide receiver, or a defensive guy?
What's the question?
We're going to do the same thing we did with Bronco Mania. Just want to know if you want a defensive guy, a quarterback, or a wide receiver.
I want a defensive guy.
Myles Garrett contract, Sis, $25 million a year. Is he overpaid, underpaid, or just right?
Well, with all the craziness out there with the money, I'm going to say it's just right.
Anybody disagree with that?
I think he's overpaid. I really do. For the production that he's had, I don't see it.
Yeah,
but nobody asked you.
I'm with Rosen. I'm with Rosen.
No, I'm teasing.
Listen, Alex.
I think it makes a big difference. When they made the playoffs a couple years ago, and everything like that, he was really good.
But Kenny, this is, I guess, my question, and I look at it with like Justin Simmons, right? Like, you're talking about $25 million for Myles Garrett, right? So this is what I would say about that, Joe. Like, you really have, like, I'm looking at Aaron Donald. That guy, I mean, destroyed people in the playoffs, destroyed people in a Super Bowl. He made big plays in big games. Not just, okay, he's going to make a team better. Like, you're the number 1 pick. You should be a perennial all-pro.
Exactly.
He should be all over Mahomes in a playoff
Exactly.
game. He's not.
Yeah.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, but, you got to look at the team around him, too.
Here's the problem. I'm going to pick this one, and then I'm going to let Paul and Clams go, but I'm going to pick this guy, and I'm going to go Kurt, Sis, Paul, Clams in this order. You're paying Myles Garrett $25 million. What about Desean Watson, $46 million, Kurt? Now that's 2 guys at $71 million. Is he overpaid, underpaid, or just right?
Again, it's a joke. I mean, those guys should not get that money. I mean, we sit here all we want. It's Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers. And I'm going to put one more person in that category. I am putting Josh Allen. I know Beelan will say why. I saw what he did, and maybe Joe Burrow's next. But nobody else is in that category. I'm sorry. I saw Desean Watson. No. Absolutely no. I'm not giving him that money.
Sis, what are you doing with Desean Watson?
Again, he's been out of the game 2 years. He's got a lot of baggage, but that's a lot of money. Again, my top 3 quarterbacks right now in the NFL are Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, and I'm going to have to, even though I don't care, I'm going to have to say Aaron Rodgers.
Paul, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I got to go along with Kurt and Sis. He clearly does not deserve a $46 million contract for what is his career. What has he done to deserve that kind of money? I mean, clearly, he's not even at the second level of quarterbacks, in my opinion. So I can't believe he's going to make $46 million next year.
Yep.
I have final thoughts on Deshaun Watson before we move on to the next guy.
He's a really quarterback, like top 10. But when you got all that money, that means that you're going to be short around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got all the dough and the sauce, but you don't got you got to have the mozzarella spread around. You know? Can't throw everything in one basket. It doesn't. But you can see that happening in Kansas City. It's about to happen. The over and under when are they going to win another one for 10 years? 1.5.
Yeah, you may not like him, but that's what Brady did with.
Yep, he did.
They always gave him the hometown discount, and they were able to bring in Paul.
You know what? I see the best quarterbacks never go anywhere. You got to spread it out. You need the team around you on the defensive and the offensive side. Sister tell you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Paul, give me you want to do a quarterback, a receiver, or a defensive guy?
Since we just did a quarterback, let's do a receiver.
All right, I got one for you. Let's talk about what do I want to talk about here? Well, receiver or running back? I got a couple running backs too. You still want a receiver?
Let's do a running back if you want to throw a running back in.
All right, running back money. Let's go Alvin Kamara, $15 million a year.
I mean, based on his career, I think he deserves $15 million. Obviously, running backs are being pushed down in terms of, you can get just about anybody to run the ball, but I think his all-around game provides a weapon for the Saints, and I think he probably is right there. He should be where he should be. So I think $15 million is deserved by him.
Anybody disagree with that?
I
think he's underpaid. I think he should be getting in the realm of $20 million because he's more a running back and a receiver. And to me, he's the most valuable player on the offense.
Keith is saying Kamara is a steal. He is a wide receiver. He's a steal.
Yeah, that's what I was just pretty much agreeing with. So I'll say he's a little underpaid. That'd be the only disagreement I have. I think he should be getting more in the realm of $20 million plus. Clams, you want a quarterback, a defensive guy, or a receiver?
Give me a quarterback.
Quarterback. Let's find a good one for Joey Clams. I want to hear Clams' thoughts. I know we hear Kurt's thoughts on him every week. I want Clams' thoughts on Dak Prescott making $40 million a year.
Well, I mean, that's what they get. He's not worth $40 million, but I think a way that you can, if you get close, chance you could win with. Got the right place. You got a talent around. They got a bowl for a coach, and he's quarterback. But yeah, he made that's much more.
Kurt, you don't disagree with that?
Nope. Kenny, I look at it. I could do it in 30 seconds. He had the best of what he's ever going to have. Growing up from a rookie on, he had probably the best running back in football with Zeke, the best offensive line, and he couldn't get it done. Now Zeke's older. They're going to push him out. Cooper's gone already, right? Offensive line. It's going to be a disaster. Listen, I'm telling you right now, he will not, mark this word, May 11, 2022. He won't he signed the 5-year deal. He won't be the quarterback for 5 years. They're going to get his money, get him out of there because he's not going to win for that money. He's not.
I'll let Kurt pick one, then I'll do one, and then we'll wrap the show up.
I'll do receiver. Running back. Give me another running back.
Dalvin Cook, just under $13 million a year.
Yeah, again, I think Paul said with Kamara, I mean, I'm not paying him 20, but for 13, he's a good receiver. He's a game changer in the backfield. But the thing I like about him is they use him, right? They had that Kubiak system, which, hey, Clint Kubiak's coming to Denver. Gary Kubiak was there. They ran him, right? They ran that zone and that stretch with him, and they used him in a right way. So I'm going to say he is worth that $13 million.
I agree with you, Kurt. Anybody disagree?
No, he's a. Kurt's right. This guy, $15 million.
Yep.
Great.
I'll do this one real quick. I'll do a couple guys I want to get to on here real quick. quick hitter style. Aaron Rodgers, $50 million a year. I think that's overpaid. Until he proves to me he can win a big game, and they got no weapons over there for him now, he's going to have to earn every bit of that $50 million this year. So I think he's more like a $45 million guy. So I think $50 million is a little bit too much for him. Anybody want to
listen? I'll jump in. I'll jump in from again. Absolutely wrong. Again, I'm sorry. If you're paying Dak Prescott 40, he deserves 60. They're not even in the ballpark. Deshaun Watson and him, they're not. And you said win a big game. The guy's got a Super Bowl. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, right? Won a Super Bowl championship. He's in how many NFC championships? You're the one that just said he has nobody. He doesn't. He made Devontae Adams, and he's got me, you, Paul, and Sis as receivers. And every year, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He never has a defense. He's the best, in my opinion, he's the best quarterback in football, and he deserves more than 50 because if I'm giving those guys 40, he deserves 20 or more above that.
Fair. It's fair. I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Anybody else? What's anybody else's thoughts on Rodgers?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kurt.
I'm with you too. He never had anybody. Look at the game he won in Dallas in the playoffs. It was 4th down. He threw the ball where only one place it could go. He threw a ball through a peephole. I mean, come on, this guy is unbelievable because he brings the team further with what they did, what they're supposed to go. Same thing like when Elway used to do with the Broncos.
Yeah,
this guy they never in the years that he was a quarterback, never had a weapon that they picked in the first round for this. Never. He had guys that would change oils, stock and shells. He made them better what they were.
Yeah,
and then we championship. You want to kick sand in his face if he doesn't win that one? And he had a bum coach. The guy was a bozo coach, but he was in the NFC Championship game with the lead by 16 points, 14 points.
Versus Seattle. Yes, you're right, Joe.
Yeah. Quick comment. Did you guys see that Rodgers said something to the effect, I thought Devontae Adams was coming back
to
the Packers?
I did.
And my first reaction was, I wonder if he questioned signing that contract, thinking that with Adams coming back, he would have him. And then I wonder if he second-guessed himself.
He's stuck there now.
I'm sitting there on draft day saying they didn't draft a receiver in the first round again. I couldn't believe they passed up on a wide receiver in the first round.
They did big weapon, and it doesn't matter. They're going to win that division anyway.
Yeah,
and they might even get the first round bye, and they might get the bye throughout. He ain't worried. They'll be all right. They just got to get the defense better and the offensive line.
But you know what? But you know what, Joe? And I say this to Sis all the time. When you're paying a guy $50 million, listen, just like somebody said, and Keith was saying, I might not be able to give you 3 more weapons. Listen, you're worth $50 million. Make another Devontae Adams. Make them, because you're getting 50, and that's why Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers are in that level. Those other guys, I don't want to hear, well, he doesn't have a deep. You're making $50 million. Score 40 a game. You know what? We don't have Amari Cooper. Well, get somebody to be Amari Cooper. We don't have anybody in Cleveland. Well, that's not my fault. You're making $42 million. Get the 4th round pick and make him an All-Pro. Rodgers, Wilson, and Mahomes does it.
It's not even the players. Sometimes it's the coach. Like LaFleur, you think the guy's a great coach. You think he's coach of the year?
Nope.
And anything. These guys ain't game managers no more. These guys are just assistant coaches. Go down there and they're telling you what to do. There's only a few game managers around anymore. I mean, this guy LaFleur made a lot of bad calls.
Yeah, no, it's a great point.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
I got 3 guys listed here that are still on their rookie contracts, and I want to know what you guys would pay these guys if you were the GM and you had to sign this guy. What would you pay him a year?
Okay.
I'll go Kurt, Sis, Paul, Clams. The first guy I got listed is Lamar Jackson. His contract's up next year. What are you paying Lamar Jackson if you're the GM? This is your last offer, bottom line offer. You're not going a penny more.
Just per year?
Per year.
$25 million.
Sis.
I'm going to go the same thing, $25-30 million.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go 30-35. I mean, it's what the rest of the NFL is paying. I mean, if they want to keep him, then they're gonna have to do that.
Joey.
Yeah, I'm going like with Paul. I'm going right to the 35 with this guy. He's a winner, and he's a game changer. This guy's a weapon, man. If you got a chance, you put the right people around him.
Yeah.
That's an organization that can win. I give him the money. So let's go to war.
I personally would give him 30 million. I think he's going to make in the realm of 35 to 40, but I would give him 30, not a penny more. Two more guys. Justin Herbert. Kurt, how much would you pay him? If it was time to pay him.
Again, I want to see it again this year, but he's like a pocket passer with, he's not like Lamar Jackson where it gets to 3rd and 9 and, you're running quarterback draw. This guy's a real quarterback, so I'm paying him way more than, I'm going to put him a notch below Burrow because Burrow got to a Super Bowl. So I would say, again, I'm giving him 20. I would say like 30 to 35 for Herbert.
What do you pay?
Same thing. That area, 30-35.
Paul.
Yeah, I think him and Burrow are going to set the standard that their salaries are going to rise, whether we agree or disagree with it. But I think those two are going to come up and start setting the standard for these crazy quarterback salaries.
Clams, what are you paying Herbert?
I'm giving him $40 million. I think in the next 3 to 7 years, he is the best quarterback of football. The way he's got it all. He's got all the tools. He can throw every kind of pass. He can run if he's great, strong, he's a big kid. Give him $40 million. He ain't getting out of my hand.
I'm with Clams on the 35 to 40, more closer to 40 for me. I want to go a penny more than 40. Last guy, and then we'll do closing thoughts. Kurt, Joe Burrow.
Listen, I'm putting him. He's right in that group, man. I'm putting him right in that group. I will pay Joe Burrow right now. Guy's been to a Super Bowl. He got absolutely destroyed with the worst offensive line maybe in football history. Got to a Super Bowl, beat Mahomes in Kansas City, beat Tannehill, beat the Tennessee there. Listen, he's got it. He's got the moxie. He's got the friggin' FU attitude. I'm going like 40 for him.
45. The kid's good.
Paul.
I'll put it this way. He's going to walk into Mike Brown's office and he's going to extend his hand and say, good to know you, partner, because I think he's going to have to get paid as well as any quarterback coming up. So I think in a year or two, him and Herbert are going to be probably at the pinnacle of what these salaries going to go for.
Clams.
Guys are looking at it short term. Peel back the onion. This guy got destroyed in the last 2 years that he played. He's going to have a hard time in the morning. You better put people around him if you want to give this guy $40 million. You better set up in football. Dash and this year. You better want to all that.
Joey's chopping up a lot. I can't really hear
He's
Joe.
chopping up there. He's pretty much. I know what you were saying, Joe. You're saying, that they got to protect him. You want to pay him the money. I heard what you were saying, and I agree with you, Joe. I think more in the 40. I might push 45 if it comes to it, but I really wouldn't want to go to that number if I could avoid that number. But hey, he's the reason the Bengals got to the Super Bowl, hands down. It wasn't anybody else. You could say Jamar Chase had a great year, but that's because Burrow's throwing him the ball.
Totally agree.
Teammates in college.
Yeah.
Their defense wasn't anything to write home about. Burrow was the reason.
And you know what, though, Kenny? I firmly agree. You Giant fans should be ecstatic because I love what they did. They didn't play, well, Daniel Jones is our guy and we're going to give him. No. Nope. You know what? You got 16 games, 17 games. He probably doesn't even have 17 games. He probably has like 6 or 8. And if he's, you know what, the bed, gone and get rid of him. We're going to sign Sam Darnold to an extension. Why did the Panthers sign him to an extension? How stupid are they? Seriously. Yeah. Like, what you guys did with the Giants, fantastic. Because you know what? We're going to see what you're made of. We're going to see what you're made of because you're playing for your career. You could have easily said, here's $35 a year for 4 years for Daniel Jones to go 4-13 every year. Smart by the Giants. Brilliant.
Go ahead.
They told him, you're not our guy. You know, we didn't. You got 1 year to prove what you got because we came in here. We didn't. We inherited.
I agree.
Just jump in. I think this is where Joe Shane is running the show now because I think in the past, Mara would have buckled and said, no, let's give this kid. He's proven it, but, you know, we screwed him up and let's throw him the money. But I think Shane said, wait a minute, let this kid prove what he can do now. You know what? We'll give him an offensive line. We'll give him some receivers. We'll build the team around him. Hopefully, you know, Saquon Barkley comes back and let him prove it. If he doesn't, then you know what? Bye-bye. And go out and get another quarterback.
Well, anytime the Maras ran the program by themselves, they weren't good. That's why back in the 70s, they brought George Young in because the NFL had to step in. The Maras weren't running the team good.
I know. Joey, I could recite chapter and verse to that, believe me.
And you know what? This is what, and Kenny, me and Kenny were talking about this off air, right? And, you know, the NFL has changed now. I'm not going to say the NFL is the NBA, but it changed, right? You would never have possibly Aaron Rodgers moving, right? Matt Ryan got traded. Russell Wilson got traded. All these names got traded. And look what happened in the draft, right? You had all these teams. I'm going to take a quarterback. One quarterback went in the first round, right? Oh, we're going to take this guy at number 10. You have to get Malik Willis. Malik Willis ain't a future franchise quarterback. Nope, sorry. But we got Carson Strong. He didn't even get drafted. Oh, but we got Ritter. Look at Ritter. He's back up. 10 years down the road. And think about that's what teams do now, right? So you have like a team like the Eagles. They're not going to draft the quarterback. If Hurts ain't the guy, hey, I'm calling up Green Bay. I'm going to call up, hey, that's what it's going to be. Because if I'm a GM, I am not putting my career with Desmond Ritter. There's no way I'm putting him with that. Look what Gettleman did. Gettleman did it with Daniel Jones. Where's Gettleman now? Sitting home with us, right? You don't do that.
Ritter had a better resume than Daniel Jones. You know what? I'm just going to let you know. Either way, these people that are looking at these college players, they have no clue. They don't even watch the games because you know what? They might miss on one. I'm not saying this quarterback is a good draft, but they might miss on one like the way they miss on one that's really good. That's a first round pick. These guys don't even watch college football.
Yeah, but you just Desmond Ritter is not like. I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence, even Zach Wilson's a little like, up and down. Like, I am not putting, like, your career is going to be on, my career is going to be with Justin Fields. You got to be out of your mind. I am not putting my career with a guy that runs the ball. Nope, when it's 3rd and 10, draw. What's he going to do? He can't throw it to a zone. He can't read the defense. All he's going to do is want to run. I'm not putting my career in guys like that. Seriously, give me honestly, I'd take Nick Foles over him.
Stop bashing Gettleman. We have him to thank for Evan Neal. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's the only good thing I'll say about Gettleman, and that's it.
But Joey Clams nailed it right. Like,
I'm kidding.
That's
I'm
what
kidding,
I
by the
love
way.
that
Gettleman
Dable
was
and
trash.
your GM did. Where, hey, no extension. You're going to show right now if you're the guy. If you're not, see ya. That's how it should be, right? That's how it should be.
I'm building a. I don't want. Hey, I mean, first show it's done. I inherited one.
Yeah. Joe, you're breaking up a
And
little
the
bit.
last one, I'm going to tell you the guy that actually, if you look what Bill Belichick, Mac Jones. Bill Belichick saw what Mac Jones had, I think, topped out, right? So already they picked up Brady Zappia. Like, don't be shocked next year if the Patriots aren't in the playoffs or he has a playoff game like that, and they're already saying, shh, see ya, because that's what it's about now. You can't just wait, all right, 6 years down the road. It doesn't work like that anymore. You got to win now.
The other thing about Shane, and not to beat a dead horse, but I think he's looking at this season, not that he would ever admit this, but between the cap mess that was left with the Giants when him and Dable came in, the idea that they had to cut a guy like Bradbury and let go of other players. He knows this season is, I'm not saying they're going to try and win games. Obviously they will. But if they wind up winning 5, 6, 7 games, in his mind, I think he's looking at this in a 3 or 4 year period, as opposed to, oh God, we got to win tomorrow for next year. And I think setting himself up, if Jones is great, hey, we have a quarterback. If not, then you know what? We'll go out, we'll get another quarterback, and that'll be the guy who I'm going to ride my time here with.
Last question from the audience. It's going to be a quick hitting question. Keith asks, I'll ask all the Giant fans. I'll start with Sis. How many wins do the Giants need to extend Daniel Jones, Sis?
In my opinion, he's going to have 7 to 8 games to prove himself. That's why they didn't give him the extension. And if he's not at least 5-2 in that area at that point of the season, he'll get yanked.
And then that's it. No extension. He's done.
And again, like Paul said or you said before, this GM on the Giants is a smart guy, man. Why would I give him an extension? What has he done?
Nothing.
What has he done?
Nothing. Kenny, how many wins to extend them?
Fumbled 25 times in 3 years? I mean, really?
You're 100% right. What do you think, Kenny?
In a full season, he's got to have a winning record, so minimum of 9 games. That's my opinion. I think the Giants want to move on. Shane and Dable, I think they got a plan to bring in a rookie quarterback next year, draft a quarterback, and start the real rebuild of the New York Giants with a new quarterback, their quarterback, not somebody from the past, Gettleman. They want to bring in their quarterback. So I think Daniel Jones is really going to need to have a winning full season, 9-8 minimum.
Clams, what do you think?
Well, what happens if he plays good and the defense lets down? You can't really go by the wins, but if he plays good and he shows up, maybe they see something. But he definitely has to try. He has to win them some games. If he could get to 8, go 8-9, and he has a good year, maybe he throws 28 touchdowns and only 12 interceptions, and they see they can work with him and they know he can protect the ball. Maybe there's something there. But if they don't like him, he's gone. Bye-bye, Gonzo.
Paul.
Yeah, Joey nailed exactly what I was going to say. I don't know if I want to put a definitive amount of wins, but he's got to show tremendous improvement. Joey nailed it exactly what I was going to say in terms of protecting the ball, showing improvement, making the right decisions. And if it results in wins, great. As Joey said, the defense can let you down. They can be playing the whole game, winning the game, and then the defense blows it at the end. So if he can show demonstrative improvement, protect the ball, do not throw interceptions, don't fumble the ball, maybe then there's a chance that they keep him and sign him again.
And real quick, Kurt, to add to Paul, we finally got a backup quarterback. And I don't mean Tyrod Taylor's a starting quarterback in this league, but we got a legit backup that can compete with Daniel Jones. He starts fumbling the ball around, short leash, Tyrod Taylor's coming in.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Like Sis said.
We never had that.
You'll see him by game 9 or 10. Mark, what I'm telling you tonight.
And then it's over for him. Keith is saying quarterback stats over wins. I understand. Tough to sell to fans, though.
That's right.
Eddie's saying if he does do good, I'd still only pay him on the tag the next year, not even give him an extension.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, let's do final thoughts, Mr. Kirkpatrick. I'll start. I'm pumped up for tomorrow night, guys. You know, schedule release. It'll probably be leaking a little bit during the day. I know Denver already on the 30th go to London to play Jacksonville, and they play obviously Christmas Day 4:30 against the Rams. One of the guys I follow, Benjamin Albright, he's awesome. Big time Bronco insider. He just sent a tweet a little while ago, and it says, I hope Bronco fans like primetime games this year. Holy hell. So I don't know what he knows, but I think we're going to be in the spotlight, and that's what happens when you get this star quarterback. So I am pumped up. I'm ready to go. I'm hoping maybe a Sunday opening week, Sunday night or a Monday night. And let's go. Enjoy the schedule release. Enjoy NBA, NHL. Thank you guys for a great show. Again, Katie, congratulations on graduating. And, of course, Jenny Hoops. Happy birthday on an early happy birthday wish on Sunday. So
Go, Shorty! It's your birthday.
you know what, Joey Clams, you're next. Final thoughts.
This is something close to my heart. My best friend's daughter is suffering right now with cancer. He got all his needed a couple of years ago. He in the Little League World Series from South Shore back in 2010. Now his daughter's got it, and she's fighting. She's pulling. She's fighting hard. Danielle Ruggiero, hang in there. And I want to give a shout out to the King Cougars. We made it to the World Series, the rounds. We're playing the Eastern regions, and I think it's called the Mid Atlantic. We're playing Alfred on Friday. Let's go, King Cougars, and the Commandant, Margie Ecker.
Oh, and I want to congratulate you, Joey Clams, because I'm not sure if you guys know, his daughter Gabby got Player of the Year in the
Oh,
conference.
wow.
So congratulations, Joe, for that.
Congratulations, Joey.
Thank you.
I mean, I saw her play in high school. Jody was a assistant there and phenomenal player. And she just took it right to the college level and is doing the same thing. But it's a great honor, Joe. So congrats to you and her, of course, on Player of the Year.
Going on, and they open up Friday at 2:00 down at Key.
Awesome. Eddie Sis, Mr. Sis, final thoughts.
Yeah, first, Joey Clamps to your friend and his daughter, sending prayers.
Yes, prayers, definitely.
Cancer's a terrible thing. You told me about your daughter, not surprisingly, that you're a sports guy, and that's you don't only have her, and you got the other kid in high school. There's nothing like it. I mean, I experienced that with my kids, so that's a great thing. And what I want to close with, take it to the zoo, Rock.
Guys, before I get Paul and Kenny, Keith saying shout out to the K&K show for making Hump Day evening something to look forward to.
No.
Thanks, Keith. Look forward to seeing you. Hopefully next week we can work on
we'll get a little Bronco Mania.
Absolutely. We'll work
Paul,
on a nice little fun segment.
Final thoughts.
Jenny Hoops, happy birthday. Katie, congratulations. Danielle, someone who understands personally, never quit.
Yep.
And
I got the bracelets on, if you could see it.
yeah. Joey, congratulations to your daughter. That's great. And guys, always great show. Thanks so much. And I appreciate the putting up with the technical difficulties.
Well, Paul,
Hey, I forgot to wish Jen a happy birthday, and she knows I love her. Anyway, she told me to tell you it's not crumb cake. She wants a cannoli cake.
Cannoli. She's been very disciplined. She's not eating any cake.
They bake you.
Her birthday, she could do it.
That's it. She should.
And down the rum baba. They put the
And
rum
by
in
the way, guys, before I get to Kenny, just so you guys know, tomorrow morning I do my 4th official weigh-in. So we will see how it goes for week 4. Week 1, 2, and 3 have been good.
Will that be on Twitter?
I could put it on Twitter if you want.
Okay. Put it on Twitter.
I'll reach out to you early, sis, when I get to school, and I'll give you the official number.
You know I'm up early. Okay.
I was a little, I was bad on Mother's Day, but we'll see tomorrow what happens. We'll see.
He's in the bantamweight. He's like 155 pounds. Come on.
I know.
Get up there. Get Diesel, young boy. Get Diesel.
And last but not least, by the way, Keith's saying Celtics trying to give the game away late in Boston. Boston now is up 4. They were up like 16. It's 4. Mr.
Oh.
Kirkpatrick's definitely not last, but definitely not least.
Just like everybody said, Joey, thoughts and prayers to your friend and family, because friends are family. Congratulations to your daughter. Congratulations to one of my best friends, Katie, for graduating nursing school. Look forward to seeing her graduate tomorrow and Friday, and look forward to a nice week of sports as well. I hope the weather will finally break. We've been summer's not here yet. Surprisingly, here in Maryland, guys, it's still in the 50s and 60s. And just the other day, it was 45 in the morning still. So it hasn't broke here yet, and we're waiting for it. So hopefully soon. But hope you guys have a great week, and we'll have a nice little fun week of sports, hopefully.
And one more thing, Kenny, I know, like I said, we mentioned Jen's birthday on obviously
Happy birthday,
Sunday.
Jen. I almost forgot, like sis.
Yep, so Jen's Sunday, and I just looked at the calendar, and how does this work out? Next Wednesday for our show is Briggsy's birthday, so it's on next Wednesday.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So
That's great.
we obviously got to do something. We'll work
yeah.
on something.
We'll all work on something. If you and Clams have any ideas, but we'll work on something for Bronco Mania. We know
Okay.
For
maybe we'll
Briggsy.
throw a little wrestling segment in there too for him.
Yep, we'll do something.
Sounds good.
All right, boys. Have a good
Sis,
night.
right?
What happened, Joe?
No, I wanted to tell Sis, remember what I told him if he's going to listen. Take her to the zoo, Rock.
Have a good night, boys.